I want to give you some more information you're not going to hear anywhere else. In 2008, a Manhattan Institute study measuring immigrant assimilation in the United States found that the current level of assimilation of all recent immigrant groups is lower than at any time during the first Great Migration early in the 20th century. And while some ethnic groups assimilated better than others, and for different reasons, some assimilate less better and more slowly. And furthermore, rather than Americanize aliens and use public and private institutions to inculcate them with the virtues of American culture and language and mores and history and traditions and customs, the status, the neo-status, our government, is cultivating a culture of relativism, in which the cultures from which the aliens fled are given equal accord with the American culture. But all cultures, folks, are not equal, as evidenced in part by the alien fleeing his own country for the American culture and the American citizen staying put. It's normal and healthy for ethnic groups to celebrate their diverse heritages. Columbus Day, St. Patrick's Day, and so forth. And they have since the nation's founding. And most large cities have a Chinatown, a Little Italy, a Germantown. In many of these ethnic neighborhoods, the old language is still spoken, especially among the older generations. But neither the heritage nor home language of the individual has ever competed with the American culture for dominance. The history of immigration in the United States up to now has been one of assimilation. For more than 2 centuries, individuals with diverse backgrounds have come together to form a national melting pot and harmonious society sustained by allegiance to the country and its founding principles. But today's open-ended mass migration, coupled with the destructive influences of biculturalism, multiculturalism, bilingualism, multilingualism, dual citizenship, and affirmative action, have combined to form the building blocks of a different kind of society, where aliens are taught to hold tightly to their former cultures and languages. Balkanization grows, antagonism and conflict are aroused, and victimhood is claimed at perceived slights. And if a nation does not show and teach respect for its own identity, principles, and institutions, that corrosive attitude is conveyed to the rest of the world, including newly arriving aliens. And if this is unchecked, the nation will ultimately cease to exist. Let's just take language. Language. Over 50 million people in this country do not speak literate English. Over 50 million people. St. Augustine said, when men cannot communicate their thoughts to each other simply because of difference of language, all the similarity of their common human nature is of no avail to unite them in fellowship. Alexis de Tocqueville made the same point. He said language is perhaps the strongest, perhaps most enduring link which unites men. How can the alien participate fully in American society if he does not share the language that binds citizen to citizen? How can he acquire better skills, pursue higher learning, or interact effectively in the marketplace if he doesn't speak literate English? How can he assess the benefit of entering into contracts or other legal arrangements if he cannot understand the terms and conditions to which he commits himself? And most important, how can the alien comprehend the nation's founding principles and pledge allegiance to them if he can't read the Declaration of Independence and Constitution in its original English? Neither the alien nor the civil society is better for that. I'm not done.